I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Welcome to Acute Mania Live. Random Z is in my living room. They were on the show. God, you guys can't see me, but I'm just behind the camera. I'm right here. But I'm so quirky. You guys were on the show. I think it was like episode 6.
Yeah, I think it was one of your first
early.
episodes.
We were on 93.
That's awesome.
Now.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Almost 2 years later, and I'm still don't know what I'm doing.
That's okay. None of us do.
Rob's back working with me for today.
He's doing a good job.
He is doing a good job.
He is.
I wouldn't be able to do this.
I wouldn't either.
I would try.
That's why I have him.
I would just be like, listen, guys, no microphones, no headsets, just play.
Yeah.
You know? Bass player, just wing it. You know?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Just act like they can hear you.
Yeah.
But welcome, guys. It's
Thank
so
you.
good to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
We got pulled pork. We can smell the when on in the thing at 9 a.m.
I know you want us to talk, and now I'm getting hungry. You know?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
We're just going to have to end this now.
just don't think about it.
Sorry,
I
guys.
can't. It's hitting my olfactory gland, you know?
Let's see. Who did I have on last show? Everything just went away. Who did I have on last show? Anybody know?
It was me.
Assault on Fifth. I'm the very last.
Oh, the last
Cassidy.
show. I thought you meant with
I had
us. I'm
Assault on
sorry.
Fifth, last week. Those guys were cool. They're from Phillipsburg, PA, which is like there's nothing around there. It's smack in the middle of PA. But I think they're like 2 hours from State College and 2 hours from Pittsburgh.
Oh,
it's
so
like
they're in Pennsylvania.
They are, yes.
Yeah.
They are. But I get on Google Earth and I just kind of fall asleep to it anymore. I just get on Google Earth and just kind of fly around and look at different things. Well, I was searching for their town on Google Earth, and when I was scanning, I zoomed out and I was scanning, and there was this marker that said Gravity Hill. I'm like, what is this? This looks interesting, So there's no you have to get like directions from the internet. You can't like just find it,
Yeah.
You have to know where it's at. But I guess it's this hill. It is a hill, but you park your car on it and put it neutral, and it'll drift up, like uphill. Gravity, hill.
Makes sense.
It's interesting, but the night after that I had them on, I was on Google Earth again, flying over Georgia, scrolling over Georgia. There's a gravity hill in Georgia, the same concept. So I'm just wondering, should I go out and try it out here? I mean, what is it like? Is it like the Bermuda Triangle, which is like just a? I mean,
it's probably like like way lines and that energy fields under the earth. Yeah,
You should do it. That could be like a
try
whole.
it out here, or just go there.
Or just go there,
just go
or
there.
all of
Just
it.
make a
Road trip.
There you go.
Yeah. I wonder if it's anywhere near like Intercourse, PA, because I know that's pretty funny.
No, does your car go back and
It made
forth
me
then?
laugh.
Like this. Yeah.
But
I've been so
I'm gonna get
It's
hands
not
free.
the size of the car. It's the no, I don't know. It's the motion.
No, it is a size of the car.
Oh, is it?
It doesn't work on Ford Tempos.
Or neons or
Yeah.
Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Escorts.
Escorts. Well,
See what he did there? I like
could an escort. You know what I mean?
Hey.
You're into that kind of thing.
Fiestas,
or a rabbit. Or a rabbit.
Fiestas
No
just go
judgment.
back and forth real quick.
Yeah. You can be here all
We're
day.
gonna
right?
derail.
Yeah, we can be here all
We're not
day
gonna
doing
get
stand-up.
done.
It just turns into
So I just thought that was it. They really didn't have any idea what I was talking about. They were like, oh yeah, but they've never been there. So
Well, they're gonna have to.
I thought it would have been a good conversation. Oh yeah, we've been there. It's cool. No,
Yeah,
they've never
nothing.
even heard. Never heard of it. They were actually looking it up on their Google Earth as
Well, that's
we were on the
good.
show. Yeah,
You're teaching them.
I that's what I do. You know what I mean? I try to educate people on Google Earth.
I like to
landmarks and such.
I like to pull up
good.
Google Earth just to see what's parked in my driveway whenever they drove past.
Yeah,
How many customers were at my?
If you zoom down, like, because you can go into street mode.
Yeah.
Like zoom into street mode, like on the street and just like look around and shit.
Yeah.
And there's people like waving on the sidewalk.
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff. It's
I like to see how many customers I have at my candy store that day whenever
You
they
have a
drove.
candy store?
Oh yeah, my family owns a candy store in
What's it
Washington.
called?
Paradise Confectionery.
I'm thinking of isn't there like a chocolate store there in like Canonsburg or something? What's that?
Yeah, that's
That's
Sarah's,
Sarah's.
but ours is
Yeah,
a small
Sarah's.
family.
It's the name that we must not speak of.
Hmm?
It's the name that we must not speak of.
Oh, you're not allowed to talk about the Sarah's
No, we
people?
can't.
No,
We're just being
no,
funny.
we're just being
Well,
funny.
they're too corporate anyway. Gosh, they've sold out anyway.
Oh jeez.
It's like Limp Bizkit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's selling out?
Yeah, you guys definitely haven't sold out.
Yeah.
Oh, don't
Not-
even throw that out
Or
there.
you're not planning to though. Right?
I mean,
Nah, I
it
mean-
would be nice to make money.
Well, I mean, you just got off tour with Commie Christ, right?
We did.
Yeah.
And King
last
810.
year.
And
Yeah.
heartsick, yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was insane.
Long, right?
It was insane.
It was before a pre-COVID tour, right?
It was like
Or was it
pre-post. It was like
Pre-post, whatever
so
they
it was
it
decided
was
that
like
day.
right. It was like right whenever things are starting to lighten up a little bit. It was interesting.
insane.
A lot of places around the country, just we all took our vaccine cards. Just
Yeah.
in case.
You don't need
California.
those spring.
Some places you
Some
do.
places you
California.
Yeah,
one
well,
day-
yeah.
But they check your temperature.
I feel like on this major tour, like with our band, we can never just have anything not interesting. I feel like they took our first national tour and put it on steroids and then just like skyrocket us
go.
into it.
Yeah.
And they were like, you're just going to go through everything. And then at the end, you're just going to be exhausted. And
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
pretty
I
much
was
what
literally changing a vacuum pump on a diesel engine on the side of the highway, outside of Columbus.
That's part of being a band. In a
Yeah,
band, right?
luckily a good Samaritan came by and helped us out, and
Yeah. Where was this
brought-
at?
outside of Columbus.
Columbus.
Yeah. Oh well,
You
very
have to
close
tell
it,
them.
yeah.
You have to tell them.
So you weren't like in Idaho or something on this.
The what?
You have to tell them the story of the state trooper.
Okay,
I do
So-
want to hear some good stories.
all right.
Oh,
So-
there's so many.
we're broke down, on the side of the highway in Columbus, and our guitar player thought that our bus was on fire. It was
Facts.
really the coolant just boiling back into the reservoir.
yeah.
But it
So
looked like
he's yelling, "It's on fire!" So we start grabbing suitcase, and our drummer and her start running them down the highway, getting them away just in case the bus was on fire.
Yeah, explosions and things.
Well, a good Samaritan saw her running with a taller man chasing her.
behind me.
Oh,
Calls the state trooper,
it kind of reminds me of.
Calls-
it might be
calls-
too soon to say Gabby Petito.
but
thing,
no,
it was shit.
but calls the state trooper. The Ohio state trooper shows up
Oh no.
and is like, "Do you have a female with you?" And we're like, "Yeah,
You
our
should've said,
singer's."
Do you have a female with you?
Yeah, I was like, "Our singer's on the bus." He's like, "Can I talk to her?" And we're all like, "Yeah, go ahead." And he's like, "Ma'am, can I see your ID?
Oh no.
Are you okay?" And like after that, doesn't offer us any help,
Nothing.
any type of roadside assistant. Gets in his
Well,
That
car.
wasn't the call. That wasn't his call. The
Yeah, it
call
wasn't
was
his call. The
something
call
else,
was
yeah.
domestic.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so
he gets back in his car,
investigation is over,
and we're literally stuck there with the shredded serpentine belt and a vacuum pump.
and he knew this.
And I'm
sure.
I'm underneath the bus, and literally trucks are driving past.
Was
us.
it
So
hot? Was it cold? What was the
It was
weather
it was nice out.
Pouring the rain
Like,
down.
it was nice.
It's usually when it's either like 97 degrees or pouring the rain down or it's snowing.
Yeah.
But it was perfect,
We
right?
got
Yeah.
decent weather,
Perfect
like
for-
when we
It was-
broke
Perfect for
down.
mechanics on the side of the road.
Yeah, it was the whole trip was decent.
Why didn't you get to be in the Commie Christ bus? Why didn't you ride with them?
because they had a
Oh,
full
they have a
team.
full
They had a whole
team.
crew.
But they don't need everybody. I mean, you
They
guys got
do
your
though.
full
Like
crew, right?
if you see their setup and everything, like they do require a full team. Most bands that do go on tours like that do have a full team.
Well, I was telling him, Curses just got off tour with Eye the Breather. I'm sure they got their whole thing too. I was like, are you guys going to be able to ride with them? Or no, we got to take our van.
No, but the nice thing is whenever we were having vehicle trouble, Combi Christ did offer to haul our gear if
They
we
were really
rented a
super
vehicle.
cool.
But the problem is the tour ended in California, ended in Fresno, California, and I was like, how are we going to get our gear back?
Is that where they live?
No,
No.
that's where our portion of the tour ended.
Oh, I
and
see,
they
I
kept
see.
going
They
because
go, how many stops did they do?
they did
God.
like a 2-month tour.
yeah.
My
yeah.
goodness. But they're probably used to it.
Oh yeah, they're road
conditioned for
dogs.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was our first national, and
Yeah.
We were exhausted.
Yeah.
We were sick. We just, at
we had
that
to
point,
drive
we
all the
just
way
wanted to
back
go
from
home.
From California.
we had to drive from Fresno, California to.
Did you think about stopping and doing a show somewhere?
We were too
No,
sick.
honestly, the thing is, some stuff happened with our trailer.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want
yeah,
to.
I don't want to talk about
Yeah.
it, but some stuff happened, and we actually had to get all of our gear shipped across the U.S.
Yeah.
So,
And trust that it gets there.
It did.
well,
It
luckily,
did.
luckily
We
the
had-
I'm
salvage.
sure you probably insured and all that, right?
Well, luckily the salvage people that helped us out whenever stuff happened, they were musicians as
did
well.
you end up flying back, or did you still
No,
drive?
no,
no,
we had to
We
drive
could
the van
drive
back.
the van
Oh,
back.
the van, yeah.
Luckily, I clicked that
So you
little.
did fix it in Columbus.
No,
No.
the bus. Oh, we left our bus in North Carolina.
They actually,
We
the
actually- we
auditorium
rented-
now owns our
Yeah.
old bus.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So the so we sold
you,
our
it's
bus.
insane.
We sold our bus, left it in North Carolina. We found the van man rented
name is-
unlimited. It was called the van man.
Shout
And-
out
Sounds like somewhere you go with your car, Invisible Rob.
But-
Invisible Rob's here. You can't see him because he's invisible. That's what I call Rob. When, on
But
the
it
show.
was unlimited miles for bi-weekly, and We
Hey,
rented
that's a
it
steal.
and we hooked it up, switched trailer over there, left the bus in North Carolina, which we'll be going back to on this
Are you
tour
gonna try
coming
to
up.
buy it back?
No,
No.
it's done.
No, man. I
It's
mean, it was a
done.
2002. There's a lot of.
Was it like a big tour bus?
It was
like an
it was a
E450.
gutted
Wow.
E450 that had bunks built in it and had a TV, couches, everything.
I had a band on recently called the Stage Bombs, and which is a
That's a
fantastic
great
name.
name.
They've broken up since, but they did a tour with Elbow Room from out of was it Lakeview up by Cleveland? Is that what it's called? Lakeview.
That sounds like a
something
city up there.
It's,
Sounds like
it's
it.
by the lake, so it's called Lake something.
Sure.
But they bought one of those handicap buses.
Yeah.
With the door in the back with the elevator thing to put
Yeah.
your stuff into the and we went and saw them before for their first stop, which was in Clarksburg, where I'm from, like right down the road.
Yeah.
They did like a house basement party
Oh, cool.
like show. And,
Sometimes those are
That's
fun.
where I first met them, because the lead singer came on and did Keep Me Alive, but I was like, I gotta see the bus, because he was talking about the bus on the show. But yeah, they were going to like deck it out with bunks and stuff. They just didn't get to it.
That's the thing,
But
you
it's
gotta-
still nice. It was still a nice like
Sure.
bus.
Yeah, you got to watch with that, with transmission and what it's required to haul with weight. You
I
put
told
in
him to
there.
keep the thing on the front that says handicap or special or whatever. That way people think there's no equipment in there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
you
gotta
got to worry about
careful.
that too. Did you guys have somebody watching your stuff when you're playing a show? Like
I mean, most of the time, all of our stuff was in the venue.
because you hear a
not-
lot about
I think the
Stuff
only
getting
thing that
stolen.
came close is when we actually played Skid Row.
In LA.
Sorry,
yeah.
Mom, don't
kind of
listen to
sounds
this.
like a place that you wouldn't.
Well, no, I
hang.
mean it's labeled as Skid Row, and there was a lot of homeless, and
You would
Yeah.
actually see them like walk by your van and like case
They were
it.
casing
They
it.
were not discreet
yeah.
about
they
it.
Well,
the
no, yeah.
venue down there actually hired
Security to
personal
watch our
security.
stuff. Like,
yeah.
well, the whole package, like the whole tour package.
That's cool.
Oh, trust me, I had locks on everything. I had
Oh, he
locks
did.
on
But
the hitch.
sometimes that locks aren't enough.
I had
No,
locks on the
you're
hitch,
right.
locks on the pin, locks on the back. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
it
This
was.
is what kills me. I'm like, if anybody out there is a thief, like, can you just go steal from like Ariana Grande or,
just don't
something?
steal-
Or, like not from like a
Just
band.
don't steal anything.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
yeah, I
Go
mean,
get your
like,
own.
just
Yeah.
like don't steal from
Yes.
bands, but I'm just saying like people that can afford to replace their stuff. You know? Just-
Mm.
But it's really
Yeah.
sad. We see it all the time. We see like colleagues.
And you hear about it all the time.
Yeah, you do, and it's really unfortunate because the working class bands are the people that cannot afford to replace their stuff.
Yeah.
Like you literally work.
And they're the
all
ones
year.
touring too, and they're busting their ass. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
really unfortunate.
sleeping in
I
Planet
never
Fitness
really
parking
knew,
lots.
like what really happens on tour until I started doing the show because
Oh, it's nuts.
The bands that are the up and coming bands that are really trying to get out there and get their name out there are just it's brutal. Like you're fixing a bell on the side of the road in Columbus.
Yeah.
But,
It's-
just and you gotta. I'm sure there's a constant worry about something. Hey,
Hey, once you fix-
there's something might go wrong.
Sure, it's very stressful.
Yeah.
People think like touring's like 1980, like Motley Crue, where you're out.
And
partying,
you have a
and
crew
you're
that
not. You're
worries
like you're
about
on a
things.
Yeah.
schedule. You pull into the venue. You have to load in. Like you're
Yeah.
getting yelled at, or you need to put this here. Like it's almost like
And you
militant.
can't stay and party with your fans after the show because you got to get to the next place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I
I mean,
I
yeah,
really
you
feel
can
bad
mingle-
Were you
about
doing
that.
back to backs?
Oh,
Sometimes,
yeah,
yeah,
pretty
back
much.
to backs, maybe a day for travel, but
But that's it.
What's the closest you ever got to like not getting there? at
We
the
had
time
to
you
miss
needed
one show.
Yeah,
Was
we
that
missed one-
Alabama? Or
yeah, we missed Alabama
We missed
because
Alabama.
of being a lug nut. Because somebody who did our rear brakes didn't torque down the rear wheels,
My goodness.
and a lug nut broke, and I actually watched it like go down the highway and start sparking. I was like, "Who threw a cigarette out?" And I'm like, "We pull into this rest area, and you just hear ding, ding.
Oh,
It
no.
egged out all the wheels on the left hand side of the rear of the bus, egged the rims out. So we had to call in like a roadside guy, and he brought some jacks in and everything so we could
man.
sleep there. We
and
spent.
he was wonderful.
You
by the
ever
way.
watch Under the Dome? You ever seen that show? Like it
No.
was a show on
Let me see
TV where they just dropped a big dome over like a city, and that's what it felt like because like we were just stuck.
You could-
at-
you
we
couldn't
were
go.
stuck at a rest area. We couldn't get anybody to.
And that's the worst place to be stuck, a rest area.
Yeah,
I mean,
Then-
at least if you have to
it's
go
not
to
like
the
you
bathroom,
can just walk across
it's
to a
right
restaurant
there.
because
mean-
all they have is vending machines.
yeah, and we tried to get a pizza place to deliver, but we were lucky that the mechanic that was helping us out, his wife lived like 5 miles from there and brought us all pizza and
Which is
stuff.
very
So
sick.
that's
he even gave us a torque wrench. He said here,
in
torque
good
it
faith
down.
to just mail it
Yeah.
back.
You know,
Okay.
but then the next show we had to actually go through like the mountains into North Carolina, blew a tire going into that, and after that one, like at least like every state has
Well,
roadside.
So at that
We were
point, were you
definitely
just
pushed.
like, let's just go home? This
No,
is just-
no.
it's
I definitely think some
some parts of it.
camps
If-
wanted to, but
they're-
Berg and I are the type of people like we're just like we need to just finish this. Do you know what I mean? Like come
Yeah.
hell or high water. I don't care how much it costs. I don't care what soul I have. We have to finish this
Yeah.
because you spend all this money.
And you look
getting
forward
there.
to it and all that.
Yeah.
And you just,
It's our first
and you
national.
would want to go back as soon as you got home anyway.
And I think it's like the old school metalhead mentality where you're like, I'm gonna do it come hell or high water, and you're not gonna stop me. And I think that him and I even said like, we can't quit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
We just can't. Like we
You
owe
don't
it
you
to
don't want to be
ourselves.
that band that has that
Yeah, you go home. You took
Yeah.
your ball and you went home.
yeah.
Trust me.
They want to
Trust
do the
me,
whole
there
tour
were
with us,
some
yeah.
days where we wanted to for sure.
Well,
it was
yeah.
just like
or,
another.
or one of you wants to, and the other person's like, we can't.
Right.
This-
Yeah.
this is- yeah.
It's not like what. Definitely, I sat here and I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this to myself? Like, why am I putting?
Because it's badass.
Well, right, but when you get there and you see the audience, and then you have people coming up and crying, or like they hug you, like it
Or
just
even
makes
people
it all
singing
go
your
away.
songs.
Yeah.
Like
You-
you're in
Yeah.
first time you've ever been in Arizona, and you look out and there's people actually like took the time and like invested into your band, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
You know,
And they're buying your
And
your
they're
merch.
buying your
Yeah,
stuff
buying
and
your
they-
stuff, and they're supporting you. And luckily our fans really helped us out on that run with all these breakdowns. I mean, people donated. Of course, we sent everybody care package.
Yeah.
I sent chocolate out to everybody.
I want some chocolate now. Now, you got a chocolate factory.
Next time we definitely will, but I definitely think like touring is definitely not for the faint
Yeah.
of heart, and it's something like even him and I when we got home, like we really sat with ourselves and we were like, do we want to do this again?
But you're so used to, you're like, do we have to be somewhere tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
But
we
then,
supposed to be on the road?
No, but honestly, like, never doing a national like that, like with runs like.
But you're about to do it again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're about to do a.
we never said we were sane people. Like we never said that. None of this made any sense. Like I sit there and I go through this rhetoric in my brain all the time, like because I see all my friends like getting married and they're settling down and they're having children.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that the path that I should be taking?
No.
No, truly, I sit with
Yeah, yeah,
myself
yeah.
because I'm like, there's stability, there's, all these things that they have that I don't possess. But then I sit with myself and I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. I can't do
Don't
it.
worry,
And it's
my-
nothing against.
Would you be happy doing that, all the
Yeah,
time?
I
what
don't
are you happy
know.
doing all the time now is this, you know?
Yeah.
Can't be monotonous.
Well,
You know what I mean?
and I think for some people when they choose that life, I think that's wonderful, and if that's what makes them happy, and I think that's what people should do. But like, I don't know. I kind of like the chaos and the, and stuff.
Unless you've been out.
The unknown.
Some people, unless you go out and do it, people just don't understand it.
It is like a drug.
It's like
It
my
is.
family. They're like, we don't get it,
Yeah.
but you seem to be happy doing this, so
And
keep
you're
doing
doing-
it.
To look
yeah.
out there and to see hundreds of people singing a song. that you
It just
think
melts
is great
everything
at 3 in the
away.
morning.
Yeah.
I got
You know what I mean?
when me and you talked,
Yeah.
we finally finalized the date, and then we were starting talking about what you guys are gonna do, which we'll do in a second.
Yeah.
I think they're waiting,
Sure.
and I'm waiting too.
Okay.
But like I think this Morphe was the first song I listened to because that's what I do. Like I'll talk to a band and then I'll listen to their stuff. Usually I don't know. I've never heard their stuff, but I've heard their stuff many times. But I got cold chills. I was like,
Oh.
and at the end when you just Morphe out, I was like, I was like, I listened to the entire thing. I was like, the whole album. I just had to, or the EP. I just had to listen to it.
Well, that means
Cold
a lot
chills.
to us, and that's why like we write what we do. Like I always
Yeah.
try to be real and authentic. Like when I write things, because I always say to him with like up and coming generations, I'm like, when are they gonna get sick of like manufactured stuff? Like, and I mean like people wanting substance, like music that you put on and be like,
Yeah.
oh, I've been through addiction, or I've been through domestic violence, or I've been through this or that. I don't know, and I'm not dogging on other people if they
Right.
want to, write about like more. I don't want to use the term vapid because that's negative, but maybe stuff that's a little bit lighter. But I don't know, like it just doesn't feel real or authentic to me if you haven't been through it.
Pre-process.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Am I putting my foot in my mouth?
No, you're
No.
fine.
Because you're giving me that look.
No,
I have a tendency to do that.
I'm just sitting here.
Usually he'll kick me and be like, don't say that.
What did you guys give us a song? Just one.
Just
Or
one.
do you want to do both of them at the same time? I mean, not at the same time, but you know what I mean, like one after another.
At the same time, you play something totally
I'm gonna do something
It'll
different.
make you
You
feel
do
like a-
something different.
It'll be like-
We got this, all right.
It'll
Be like row your boat like around. You know what I mean?
Listen, we're not doing telephone.
Oh well, yeah, we could.
We could.
I've done crazier things.
Well, since you brought up this Morphe,
Yeah, we'll do
Yeah,
it.
play this Morphe, and then we'll chat a little bit more, and then we'll do another one.
Okay.
Unless you want to do them back to back.
Do you want me to do the little...
Oh, and introduce Josh. He's kind of new.
This
to the,
is Squishy.
I heard some squishy on your Instagram story this morning. I was like,
Squishy.
what is this? This is
Well,
they're eating Dairy Queen.
well, because Lola, who's Berg's and my bulldog, has a new affinity now for him. So I feel like he's either gonna have to take her home or like come visit often.
She's gonna have to go on tour.
I don't think you guys understand like when
Where does
she,
Lola go when you're gone on tour?
she goes
Yeah.
with Grandma.
yeah.
I always tell people I'm too much of a psycho and I don't have enough money in the budget to like hire. I wouldn't have security for me. I would have it for the dogs. I would because like if anything happened, I would totally John
was
Wick
it-
somebody.
Who was the celebrity that always had a dog? It wasn't Paris Hilton. It was, and then they got their dogs stolen.
Lady Gaga
Lady
had
Gaga
that
got
happen.
Yeah,
her
that-
dog
yeah.
stolen,
Yeah, she had her 2 French bulldogs stolen. Yeah, I just get scared about that stuff.
Nah, man, my parents take my dogs. And
My mom takes mine, so I
My
know
my
we're-
parents won't take my cat for some reason. I don't know what he did to them. Because when I had intoxicated Zen and playing in the living room, literally right here with the drum set and guitar and everything, and I was like, he's gonna be terrified. I was like, just for the night, he'll be fine. Put him in there. So he must have done something to Grammy. I don't know what it was. He wasn't happy. He was though. He's always happy.
Okay. Since I'm told I should scream. Okay.
You should.
All right. I am not enough. Bodies everywhere, demons in my hair, altering my spine. I don't know what's mine. Feel it in my veins. Do I run insane? What have I become? I am not one. Needles and plastic veins go away. Feel needles and plastic veins. Rip so mend, spend it all again. Perfect plastic shell, my own hell. Who have I become? Recognize myself, put me in a box. I am not enough. Go away. Feel needles and plastic veins go away. Feel needles and plastic veins. Let the silicone be detained. I'm torn over. Let the silicone be detained. my dysmorphia. It does. It's weird screaming with all the cacophony around me.
I don't even know what that means. But
It's so different. We've
was-
never played acoustic before.
cacophonorific.
Surprise.
Cacophonorific.
Cacophonorific. I like it.
that, yeah.
Good job. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Next album should be called that. You're welcome.
Thank you.
A little bit of I guess house cleaning things. I have a band coming on. I didn't even realize it was St. Patrick's Day next Thursday. This coming
wow.
Thursday. So I have a band from Maine. Be my first guest from Maine. I've been just about everywhere. Finland 3 times.
Cool.
I haven't like physically been, but Google Earth I have. So Finland 3 times, the UK twice, and Canada once, and Brazil once. And let's see, Minneapolis once, California twice. I don't know, everywhere. Pittsburgh a bunch of times.
You're just zooming all over the world.
Yeah.
Erie, just everywhere. So my first band from Maine, they're called 30 Seconds Go. That's what they're called. 30,
I love
30
that.
Seconds Go. They're mathcore, which I still don't know what it is.
So all their
what it
songs
is.
are probably 30 seconds.
No. One of them's like 5 minutes. But
wow.
It's really. You have to listen to it a couple times. It's good. It's metalcore, mathcore, and gent. I don't know what gent is or degent.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's pronounced the same way like djembe is pronounced.
Yeah, I think you're doing it right.
I think you're doing.
It's
yeah.
not degent,
No, it's Jen.
but it sounds better if it's degent because then people that don't know how to say it. Okay. So I'm not here to educate everybody, but so that's what they do, and it's the titles of their songs are very interesting. Like what was the one? He can't even hear me. He's not only invisible, he's also deaf. Yeah, I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. Is the name of one of the songs.
I mean, I think that's a good
It's
statement.
very clever, but none of it's about a frontal lobotomy or a bottle in front of me.
I love it.
But it's gonna be fun. They're the pictures that they sent me to use are just just the guys hanging out and picking on each other is what it looks like. One guy is standing in a shower with in the shower curtain is cats with like chains around their necks. I mean, it's crazy. But they said they got some really good stories about everything, and I'm like, yes, cool. St. Patrick's Day show, 8:00
I love it.
with the boys from Maine called 30 Seconds Go. So it's gonna be a really really fast show. I think.
Truly.
Well, I'm gonna see how slow we can do it. Be like, guys, calm down. We got an hour.
We got an hour.
So yeah,
We're good.
So that's Thursday, and then I just booked it last night. The Last Rain. They're from Buffalo. I saw them when I went and saw a band in Erie a couple months ago. The Last Rain. They didn't have a lead singer. They had to borrow Shadow of Corvus' lead singer. Do you guys know Shadow of Corvus from Pittsburgh?
I don't.
Okay, well,
But I'll look
they
him
had
up.
to borrow Cam, the lead singer, to sing with them. And Cam was just like reading, like literally on the stage reading the lyrics, and he did a fantastic job. But so I'm interested to see what they came up with vocally. I think they might have gotten somebody, but I don't want to say anything because I don't know yet. So that's the 22nd, March 22nd at 6:30. It's gonna be an early show. So get out of work early. Tell your boss you got to leave. Well, you can watch the show anytime.
Or just watch it while
just
you're at
watch
your
it.
desk.
Do that.
Yeah.
Turn it up. Crank it.
Rebel.
It can only help your workplace.
That's right.
It can only help.
I love
Especially this voice in your workplace. That guy sounds weird. Do you guys work normal jobs
Oh, yeah.
anymore, or like when you're not touring?
Let's all be very clear. We are not rock stars. We do
Yes, you
not.
are.
We're not. We
That
are
sounds
not
rock
independently wealthy.
That sounded the rock star.
Well, I
and I work
appreciate
2
that.
jobs outside
Well, it didn't
of this.
sound like it not in here. But I could hear the whole song. Like I could hear it.
You could hear it like in your head, and for that, we thank you. No, we all do. Like, I think that's the misconception that a lot of people think is like we're out there living these like outlandish, big ballin' lives, and we don't. We literally.
That's why I like to talk about.
Yeah.
When I talk to bands, I'm like, what do you guys do when you're not thrashing or when you're not
we're trying to survive and save up to put all of our money into the
You're not
next
saving
tour.
aluminum cans to take to the recycling center?
I mean, that's probably next. But
It might be. Yeah. Well, Berg, you can tell them what you do.
I mean,
What do you do? Yeah.
I mean, I work for a forklift company during the day, and
Do you actually lift?
no, I run. I'm stepping down because of touring, but service manager, service department, and then
Is that with the candy stuff?
no, it's totally
Okay.
separate job.
Do you work there also?
I actually
Well,
live.
you have to help out the
I-
family. If you
I
don't help out
live-
the family, you don't get any candy.
We don't get any money.
I live. I actually
Or candy.
actually
Right.
live above the chocolate factory.
Oh, so you can't get out of it at all. Then you're.
Well, I mean, I don't mind it. It's my
They need help,
it's
you're-
part of my family legacy. So
yeah.
you know, 102 years in business. It's like
Really?
Yeah.
yeah. So
What's it called again? So people-
Paradise
Can
Confectionery.
you get it like online? Cause
Yeah, you can
everybody-
call and order it.
Call
I
and
ship
order.
all across the U.S. But you know, I do that, and then
Wait, what's the best thing? What's the most the best selling?
all depends, man. People salted caramels.
Frozen
like a
worlds
pretzels,
are the best
chocolate-
ever.
I actually do something with broken pretzels with caramel, and make like a turtle, like a pretzel turtle.
Somebody write that down.
No, and then we also make frozen worlds. It's a scoop of ice cream dipped in chocolate. But yeah,
God, dude.
yeah.
Why didn't you bring some of
I
that
told
with
you
you,
we were gonna get
man?
one.
Dry
Honestly-
ice.
We didn't even
Honestly,
think
we
about
were
it.
like
Okay.
with the snowstorm today. We're like, we just got to get down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys. But it really wasn't that bad. Though. When I looked out this morning, it was just the roads were just wet. I'm sure they're icy.
Up near in Washington, PA, where I'm from.
kind of.
There was probably about a good 6 to 8 inches of
Yeah,
snow. I
it
think.
started there before. Anyway, enough about the weather.
Yeah, enough. I'm over this shit.
Springtime. Well, it's supposed to be 70 next weekend.
I
Yeah.
know. I
Cook
can't.
out.
Yep.
Can't even
Come
handle
on back. Well, you guys will be on tour, but you can stop here first.
it.
Have some more pork.
Where's our first?
Actually, we have an update about the tour. So we are actually starting March 25th.
Oh, so, we'll come back next weekend. We'll,
Drop off some frozen worlds before we
Yes.
go.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. We're actually starting the tour due to Mantra had to drop off
For a family emergency.
family emergency. So we decided to start the tour, and we apologize to anybody.
Who bought tickets?
Bought
We're
tickets
so
on those
sorry. We're gonna
dates,
get
but-
there.
Better send them some candy.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know.
gonna have to.
We
but,
owe you. We send an IOU
But no, we are making sure to stop through those dates on our next run.
on our next
Yeah,
run, which is
definitely.
probably gonna be summer.
yeah.
We're looking into it.
We
But
start- go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I know.
You
I
got-
got to get better at this.
Yeah.
I know. It's really
You
awful.
guys should do a podcast.
You know what? Everybody
Together.
says that him and I should have a reality show because I'm usually Squishy witnessed it today. Yeah, just me being a complete lunatic in the car.
What happened?
I just go off
Do
the
tell.
rails.
She just goes.
I was just like, well,
It's
start
like
singing louder.
oh, somebody just turn that up to 11. It's like
You
our
just-
internal
you turn the
scope.
music up higher?
No, I just
No, 'cause
just
then I sing
grab
louder.
the steering wheel and just go.
He's just like,
I'm like, okay, it's not like we don't
You're about to
have.
go out on tour with him. Have you been on tour with him
no.
before?
Now, Squishy is in another band, and they've we did like a small run together.
Is
like
that how you guys met?
We actually met him through that, but also like our manager and booking agent also helps facilitate that introduction.
How's the chat? How's the chat doing?
He was
over there?
asking how the chat was doing.
Oh yeah, we just Lexi Rain says see you March 25th.
Hi, Lexi. Yes, she's actually playing on that bill with us. We're kicking off in Baltimore. We haven't been there in ages, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's been about 3 years since we've
It's
been.
been
to
3 years
Where's
since
that
we've
at?
been there.
Baltimore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zen West. Did I get
I
that
think
right?
Yes, you
I
did.
usually don't.
I think did she
That's a
comment
good
on
person
something
for
on
you
your
to
Instagram?
interview.
I'm sorry, what?
Lexi Rain, that'd be a good person for you to interview.
Well,
I'll send it to
call
you.
me up. Call the hotline. I don't even know what the hotline is.
They even have hotlines anymore?
I'll
I
send
don't know.
people
I
your
do.
way.
Okay.
I do everything old school. As you can see, everything. All my wires are crossed.
No, I love
I know.
it.
If I move another inch this way, I may hang myself. with
You'll
this
pull
thing.
the soundboard onto the floor.
Yeah.
You know, no big deal.
I don't. Yeah.
Need it.
He's Invisible Rob has it under control over there, don't you? He's like, "Do you want me to bring anything?" I was like, "No, I think we're good."
He gave
Good.
you a good job.
So he brought everything.
I love
Thank
it.
you,
Thank you, Rob.
Invisible Rob. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Rob. We really appreciate
No, it's
it.
Invisible Rob.
Invisible.
Rob.
Off the show, you can call him whatever.
Okay.
I'm not in charge of that, but Invisible Rob. He co-hosted with me when I the last Finland band I did, and I was like, you don't have to be on the camera. I know you like to be not on the camera. So he was half on the camera, half on and with his hat down.
It's like this.
It was like the home improvement guy, you know, like the
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I love it.
Oh, so you were Wilson for
Wilson?
that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good job.
Thank you,
know,
Rob.
Fine. He flipped me off. If he can't, I can. Well, he's
You
invisible.
got
I
your
can't pan
number
the
one,
camera
I
over there
got
because he's
some.
invisible.
How did you see he flipped you off? He's invisible.
Oh, I can.
That's
see.
right.
Oh, okay.
I can see.
Oh, it's like your
I see
imaginary friend.
everything.
It's like your imaginary friend that's really a demon.
I see everything.
Well, I was gonna say Squishy works a day job.
Wait, that's not his real name. How'd you get Squishy?
Oh,
I gotta know this.
Oh.
I need to know this.
she's gotta know. Now you're.
I think everybody needs to know.
You can't get away from it.
That's the question.
I would say I got that name from my dietary habits.
Wouldn't have anything to do with the Dairy Queen video, right? Disaster shot.
No, it's more so donuts and honey buns and
Good stuff.
Starbucks.
Well, if you don't want pulled pork, I just bought donuts last night too, so there's some over there.
Dang.
Glazed.
Dang.
Dang. And you're from Chicago or
I'm
Peoria,
From, Peoria.
which is kind of near Chicago, right?
It's like a 2.5.
I'm thinking of Joliet. I think Joliet is like near Chicago. I don't. I've never been to Chicago. I was going to go to Chicago, but they can't control their crime, so I don't want to go. That's what I heard.
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
You've never done, yeah. No, I bought one of those Hilton prepaid things,
Yeah.
but they changed it. They kept extending it because of COVID, so I had to like November of. Is it this? Oh, I think they extended it again. Like 2 years. I don't know, but they changed it to where I could change the city. I don't have to go to Chicago now. But I originally picked Chicago because I've never been there,
I love Chicago.
and I can fly right out of this airport. It's right there, you know. And it's expensive as hell though.
It is.
Might as well just drive to Pittsburgh. Anyway,
Everything's
enough about me.
Everything's expensive.
Everything's
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah. So
But Squishy works a job.
Yep.
He's a big
what,
kid.
what do you do?
Wendy's. I work at Wendy's.
I love Wendy's. We just got a new Wendy's up here.
Don't even say that word Wendy's
Yeah,
around
he's
him.
a-
Baked
he's a-
potato.
All weekend I've been threatening him like, oh, you want to go to Wendy's? He's like, F you. I'm like,
So, but you probably can't eat there much, can you?
Every day.
Really?
Being around it, smelling it.
Yeah.
It's kind of too.
I mean, I used to work a lot of restaurants, and just after a while, because at the end of the night, well, yeah, I'll take a pizza home, or yeah, I'll take some.
Yeah.
But after a while, it's just like I don't want that.
dude, I
I
can't even.
make it all night long. I just don't want it.
I can't even smell chocolate anymore.
What?
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's horrible.
I
But
can't.
Then
I
I shove
can't.
it in his face and say, "Stop it."
Yeah.
Have you been to Hershey
So
Park?
good.
No, I've never been to Hershey Park.
The whole town smells like.
I believe it.
Hershey's. Seriously.
I believe it.
Like they have, I somewhere I still have it. I have a Whopper candle. It smells like Whopper. It doesn't really smell like Whoppers, but
What does it give you? It give
getting
you
close, huh?
failed valves during your sleep. You know, you
Yes.
like that. You're like
don't-
you wake up.
You,
and
you blow it up before you go to sleep.
you wake up and you're like, it's instant cholesterol in your dreams. Like I don't
Yes.
know.
Yes, and you also have a box of Whoppers, which I have in the cabinet.
Oh Jesus.
Love
Oh
it.
wow.
I love it.
Whoppers is shit. Anyway, so just Wendy's.
Yeah.
Are you cooking for them? Are you the,
Yeah.
are you the baked potato baker?
Potatoes, they go in the oven.
Well, they
In
bake.
case you
They,
didn't know.
yeah.
I do things in the kitchen.
Yeah, no, I work.
I'm a kitchen guy.
Yeah, I am a kitchen guy.
Kitchen's fun though. It can be fun. It's not fun when it's not busy. It's fun when it's busier and everybody's running around like crazy. That's the only way I like working in kitchens.
Yeah, mixed feelings.
Yeah.
Mixed feelings.
Yeah, it is. It can be good and bad. It sucks walking around and trying to find something to do because you're clocked in and you can't just be standing there. You gotta be doing something.
Time to lean, time to clean.
You find something to clean. I hate that.
Yeah,
Everything's clean. No, it's not. Lift that up. Pull
No.
that. Anyway.
That's why my job.
What do you? Huh?
I just walk around. If I grab a piece of paper and just walk around, make it look like I'm looking at something. It's
Well,
like,
well, you're the
By the way, if
supervisor.
Berg's
You
work
can
is
do that if you want.
listening,
Nobody's
he actually
watching
does.
you.
no, there's people watching.
For
Trust
the
me.
record, we
There-
all
is there
work
eyes in the
really
sky?
hard.
No, yeah, there's cameras all throughout the building. so-
Nobody watches them unless
Yeah.
there's an incident, right?
Yeah, it's like I had to investigate a driver that fell the other day, and they're like, "Oh, we saw you out
The
there."
driver fell or the whole forklift fell?
No, guy tripped over.
Can those
something.
things tip over?
Hell yeah.
Because they say they can't because they're so heavy or whatever. But
Hell yeah! I watched the guy
they're,
driving
they're
right off.
so
Of,
awkward. Forklifts are awkward because they steer from the back for one
Yeah.
thing, and you would just think that somebody's will screw up eventually and just tip it over.
oh, dude, I had a guy wire one up backwards with the hydraulics, went right through a wall. Yeah.
Moron.
Yeah.
He probably just graduated from like forklift school or whatever. Driving
No,
school.
he just didn't care.
Disgruntled. Funny.
You know.
That's crazy.
I don't really talk about my job that much.
Don't you teach third graders?
I wish I taught third graders. I'd probably have more stability in my life. No, actually, I'm actually a medical esthetician. So
Sorry, who?
yeah, it's not fancy, and no, you don't.
Is that like plastic surgery?
So you can work for plastic surgeons. So basically, like I'm 2 steps down. So there's dermatologist, nurse, and then medical esthetician. That's always like the way that I like to word it. So basically, yes, you have to have a license, but basically, I help people with problematic skin obtain.
No,
their
they ever
goals.
look at your skin and say, "Look at all the problems on your skin."
I know.
You know?
Look what happened.
I mean, I'm sure you get older people that kind of like look at you like.
I've had a couple crazy stories where I've had some like women refuse me to treat them because I'm tattooed, for sure.
Really?
For sure. Yeah, I've had a couple. But you know what? The way that I look at it is if they're already walking into the treatment room that way, it's not going to be
Yeah.
a good relationship.
Yeah, really.
It's just not. And they might as well just go somewhere where they feel comfortable. So it's not worth battling with people.
Yeah.
It's just not. So basically, I just help people with their skin. That's
You
me.
don't go through that with your mohawk?
What's that? Battling
People just
people?
don't want to work with you?
Well, see, the thing is, Invisible Rob, I don't work around people. I do the podcast, and lucky for them, they can't see me.
And you hold the chair down.
I do. Well, you're holding it down now. Thank you for that. I live in this. I sleep in that chair. I can't sleep in a bed. It
You
hurts
get
my
out
back.
of it for 3 days one time.
I
What
mean,
is it? I had nothing to do, Rob. I really had nothing to do. For 3 days. I wasn't on tour. I wasn't doing anything. Didn't have any podcasts. No, but I work around animals.
Aw.
I don't do anything with them. I work in the woods.
Yeah,
You know?
I get
But
it.
I just happen to be around them.
That's
You know what
cool. I mean, that's probably a peaceful job.
I don't have to talk to them or anything. The cows are the worst. They're very tasty, and it seems like if I tell them that, they get out of the way.
Well, you know.
Ooh, they're like, some of them are like, ooh, you know. Anyway, do you guys want to play another song so I can
We
be
can.
quiet about cows?
We can.
What do you do, Rob?
What do you do, Rob?
Oh, wait, let's see what
I was gonna say, do we have any?
Mark Mildrick. I hate.
Oh, that's my old boss.
Am I saying
Don't
that right?
talk to
I'm
him
probably
because
not
he'll
saying that right.
blackmail
He
me.
says just have to say Gravity Hill is the real deal, and that chocolate is the best.
See,
I gotta go to Gravity Hill now.
you have to.
Mark, is it near Intercourse? Because I don't know if it's near Intercourse. I got to get a T-shirt. As soon as I saw that on a map when I was in high school, I was like, I've got to go there and get a T-shirt. That was 25 years ago.
Seriously, Mark was my old boss, and he is actually the one that invented working with me the timeout
The same
room.
style job.
Yeah, I worked at Ulta for a long time, and
Is that the
Makeup.
Yeah, she knows
makeup. Yeah, so anytime I
Well,
would get disgruntled with a customer, he would be in a timeout corner. He's been my boss for
it. How old are you?
I mean, it's irrelevant the
hilarious.
age. It's just a matter that people need to be nice to people in retail, and I can't stress that enough because they.
Yeah, but
don't.
they're not. And they
I
never
know
will be,
they're
you
not,
know.
but I have to say it
Certain
because
people, I always am. But
Me
but
too.
certain people,
I know it's terrible.
he said, it is not, but it's the fountain of youth.
Ooh. Well,
You would think that they'd be all in one region. Intercourse,
No,
Fountain of Youth,
it's a
Gravity
quest.
Hill, you know? Well, I'm still going to go.
you should.
I will just make I'll tour. I'll make a tour
You
out of
should.
it.
Yeah, just
I
make
will,
it through.
I will
I love it.
bring the podcast in crappy guitar playing. No, the chair stays.
Cheers.
The chair does not move from that point. You might have to come over and hold it down. Shut up, Rob. What are you guys going to play for us this time?
We're gonna do Innocence.
Ooh, I like this one.
This is one that's hard to perform live, so hopefully
So you picked this one to play.
So I picked this one because I'm an emotional masochist. It's fine. It's fine. All right, Squish. Every night I'm shaking as I lay my head to rest. I feel the sentiments in my chest. You were the one and only fire. You left me, ripped me, so desire. And I can take it, take it. Come on, little girl, we can make it, make it. I can take the beat. All the innocent eyes know truth. The monster under my bed. It's okay, little girl. You're alive. Every night I'm shaking with the taste of shallow breath. I'm begging, leave my soul to rest. You were the one and only fire. You led me here to burn alive. And I can take it, come on. I can take the beat. All the innocent eyes know truth. The monster under my bed. It's okay, little girl. You're alive.
Squishy.
Tell Jeff to get us a tour with a really, really big band.
Don't troll the Jeff.
I have to troll the Jeff.
Troll the Jeff.
Squishy's like, I'm done playing. Goodbye. He's leaving. He's like, bye.
I think you guys need to incorporate this at some point somewhere on something.
It's like
I know that was very specific. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's good.
Thank you.
You know, if it'd be better, you know, if it was, you know, through the amp and stuff, and
Yeah.
I could hear the full of it. But just that, it's good. I think it needs to be. I vote for it. I'm sure.
Well, it's challenging
I'm
for
your
me
fans would-
as well, because especially when you put the pressure on me and you're like, I want to hear the screaming. I'm like, oh shit. So
You don't listen to me. I'm just.
no, but I want to give the people what they want.
Well,
So,
I'm just one people though.
And
It's
we're
a
in
people.
we're in your house on your podcast.
yeah,
We gave you
and
what you
you're
want.
feeding us, so
Are you not entertained?
I'm very entertained.
it's a
Are
lot.
you guys entertained?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's definitely better
We've really-
than show 6, right? Whatever it was. I'd have to go back and look. It was definitely within like the top 7. I can't remember what.
Yeah, it was
I
one. I
appreciate
think
the
it was
banter.
show
What do you guys
6.
think I should do for show 100? I
You
did
got to do the
kinda-
gravity thing. That's what you need to do.
You need to live
What if
stream.
there's no Wi-Fi there? I can't do the podcast.
Then
from
you
there.
pre-record it.
I don't do that.
You don't do that?
What happened last time we did that, Zosha? That was you guys. That
See
was the
how
very
we put
last
that
time we
blame on me?
pre-recorded. We were
I'm gonna-
you can't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I'm on Rob.
Invisible
Yeah.
Ron.
Yeah, he put everything.
Look at his face. His face is red as a beet.
That's because you're blaming an invisible man.
Well, he doesn't work here anymore.
He totally last ring. Look, Fun.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Alma likes it.
Want your hot spot?
I think
and
my
intercourse?
family might be watching.
Yeah, hot spot dinner court. Man. Come on.
Well, hey, that you might have to go with me. Did you snort?
I do.
Yeah, she does.
We're having pork.
I know. I'm getting ready for it.
I couldn't find any GF bread.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah,
but I will
but-
tell you.
I went and asked the cashier girl, and I was like, "Do you guys have gluten-free bread of any kind?" Because I stood in that aisle for at least a half an hour reading ingredients. I didn't know.
Yeah,
really
we do.
appreciate it.
So she's like the last aisle, the frozen foods in the bread, because there's frozen bread. I'm like, okay.
Trust me,
She
we
didn't
don't
walk back
like
with me.
being
She
pains
sent
in
me
the
back
asses
there.
about food. But this one will tell you
Good
he's
find.
turning 40 in May.
Oh Jesus, just yeah.
He is.
Wait, what is
Everything changes.
No, everything
it? Turn
changes.
40 in
good.
May?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will be 42 in September.
Congratulations.
I don't want to hear it.
All right, you got
Nothing
me.
gets
But
better. Trust me. You'll be able to tell them when it's about to rain,
yeah,
right? Everything starts aching about an hour before it's going to rain. It's not a myth. It's true.
don't put that on me.
Everything. I can't sleep in a bed. I have to sleep in that chair. I sleep in the bed. I get up and I can't go to work. Well, one, I just don't want to, and two, my back hurts. I can't lay. I need to get
Dude,
one
you
of
gotta
those old
do-
people beds that have to like curl up. And,
You got to start doing some yoga, man.
Yeah, but I have to get up.
Okay.
Can I do it in my chair?
I don't know. Maybe
can try.
maybe if they had like a whole exercise program where
You
like you
might.
could do it from your
I
recliner.
don't like that. That's that E word. I don't like the E word.
Yeah.
It's like running and exercise.
I don't run anywhere. You kidding me?
Jeff said fucking bird.
Tell that troll.
Should I kick him from the chat?
No.
No, he's allowed to
I
stay.
had to do that. I've only had to do that twice, but the one time was like they were harassing one of the guests. A band I had on from Queens in Surreal, and I guess they used to date the guitar player girl.
Oh, jeez.
And this dude had gotten a hold of me on Instagram that morning and said, "There's something you need to know about this band." And he was a little off.
Don't you love that?
But he was on a different name, and
Course.
so you have to be subscribed for a little bit before you can chat. I had to start doing that, But he had a name, and he started lightly with just general questions and comments, and then but I haven't, so I can cuss words. I approve Jeff's F word.
Thank you.
Because
He appreciates that, too.
He's not doing anything.
You're saving us
but
from
this
a
guy,
phone call
this guy
later.
built himself up, and it was just obvious, and I just had to just boot him.
Yeah.
And then
It's just a shame people have
but
to
I had to do that while I'm talking. Just multitasking is not a forte of mine. But it with 2 years of this, it is. Because you're not supposed to be on your phone while you're driving. Bullshit. I gotta email people. I gotta be on Instagram with people. I gotta do all kinds of shit while I'm driving.
It's a jack of all trades.
I'm safer than hell.
Oh, he's a jack on.
Thanks, Invisible.
Next was it Thursday, St. Patrick's Day. If you're not drinking green beer out anywhere, drink it at home and watch the show with 30 Seconds Go.
30 seconds ago.
That's what they're called. From Maine.
I love it.
I wonder if they have an accent.
They might.
Because I did have that band on from Queens. They didn't really have an accent at all. You would think that they'd be how's the freaking weather and you watch the Sopranos or I don't know how they talk.
Oh my God! So I'm just
none of them
watching
did.
The Sopranos
Great.
because
What?
this. Well, I know I'm late to the game, and everybody's allowed to
I
troll
never
me.
ever watched Sopranos.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I'm
this
kinda
one
curious.
is The Sopranos. If I've ever, this one literally is The Sopranos.
Listen, I put my flannel on because we were going to West.
I know he thought he was going to wear his tracksuit today, and I was
No,
just
it's
like,
being
"We're not
funny.
doing that." This
We don't
one,
live in those parts.
Okay.
he.
There are parts. I can take you to this part.
Oh, it's good.
Right up the road.
I swear to God, all Christmas I bought him was
My
tracksuits.
side of my family owned a processing plant in Blacksville, so
Oh, Blacksville.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been to Blacksville.
yeah.
It's one of those places you always hear about it, but you don't ever go. Like
There's a-
Helvetia. You ever heard of Helvetia? There's a German town in the middle of the mountains called Helvetia, and it's all German stuff, and they have like a German festival every year. But
That's
it's
cool.
It's like a German settlement, and they just the descendants have stayed, and Helvetia. I've never been there.
Sounds like a Operation Paperclip type of deal.
Well, I feel
Yeah.
like
You should do a metal show there.
that'd be cool.
Like do Ramstein covers.
Oh God, now you're really putting the pressure on me.
I'm sure they would all know it. I mean, why wouldn't they? They're German. You would think.
Well, I have to tell you, I don't know what your COVID was like, but this one,
Jeff said no tracksuits.
no tracks. That's all he's packing on tour.
Jeff, you're not telling me what
You're
I'm going to
Who
wear.
are you, Jonathan Davis?
No, man, they're comfortable, all right? Thanks
He loves them.
thanks to
Yeah.
2020.
Well, you gotta dress up for one show. We're like a tux.
You
Yeah.
got the beard going on. Fucking wear what you want to.
Exactly.
He doesn't wear it on stage. He just wears it. Like, he gets out the bus, and I'm looking at him like, is this like our mob boss right now? Because he's coming out with the tracksuit with the gold chain on. And I'm just like, what is going on here? What just happened?
Who bought them for me?
My aunt.
Yeah. She
Are you
encouraged.
guys gonna be touring anywhere close to West Virginia, or in West Virginia, or Helvetia, or Buffalo?
I would say next tour, right?
Next tour.
Summer. Next
I'm
tour.
thinking back porch or a venue of my choosing.
Okay. I mean, is
I-
that...
I'd probably try.
There's
probably-
a really
probably-
good venue down the street, but I don't think your following would fit. In
Probably
their
1,
place.
2, 3. You know what I mean?
1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
We love
You guys,
playing
you
there.
guys kicked ass there, yeah.
Thank you.
you.
We also have the
Who else?
amphitheater.
Huh?
Down, we got the amphitheater down.
Yeah, and I actually had a friend on from high school when Assault on Fifth was on last week. She ran for city council and
Oh,
things.
cool.
But the amphitheater that we have down there, it's very, very nice. It's taxpayer funded, you know. But the genres that they get aren't variety. They think they're variety, but Christian kids and country.
Aaron Lewis.
Every year.
I do like
And I
Aaron
went to the
Lewis
Aaron Lewis-
country.
I went to the Aaron
Aaron
I do
Lewis
like
shows
Aaron
probably
Lewis
was
country.
entertaining.
And he did,
Oh,
he
yeah.
did,
Yeah.
he did
I love
acoustic
him.
stage songs. It was badass. I mean, I was at that show. It was great. But and they had, I think they had Everclear one year with Fuel. Like
Oh, that'd be cool.
2 or 3 years ago, and that's really it, you know. But so we were kind of talking about that on the show, you know, like what's going on in their town.
Now I
you
got
know, 'cause they're
Everclear in
they're
my
a
head.
small town, so-
Motherfucker.
Ah, fuck.
What?
What is it?
Bam-dam,
Everclear.
bam-dam, bam-dam.
Well, it's just too poppy.
Yeah,
Way too, and they looked old even when they first came out. You know what I
They
mean?
are old.
Well, I mean, even when they came out, they were like 50. I don't know.
Fucking
I guess they'll never be on my show.
They might. You never know. They might want to address the elephant in the room about the age
Probably
thing.
not a good idea.
still look. I mean, if he's still looking for that ghost, I mean, so
I see what you did there.
yeah.
It's all about
He's
making
so
people
quick.
walk around.
Like, he tells his joke and I get it 5 minutes later. It's so not fair.
You might want to keep some extra Centrum silver. laying
But
around.
we're gonna talk some more, and I'm gonna have her back on the show again, and kind of see if we can talk to the people that are making the schedule, and
Yeah.
see if we can kind of add a metal show or two.
Well, that's Jeff. Just
something
troll
else,
Jeff in the
something else.
comments. Just
No, I
troll
mean
Jeff.
that's city
Troll
council.
Jeff.
He can hear me.
You know what? That's
Tell
probably
Jeff.
like a city council thing.
It
Well,
probably is.
And,
Yeah.
and it shouldn't be decided by the city council because it's a taxpayer-funded place. It's the Clarksburg Amphitheater.
They just don't want
It's
our
a-
kind there.
And that's what it is. There's a certain, what's it, stigma, or is that the word I'm thinking of? A certain thing with like
Prejudice, stigma.
the hip hop scene. They don't want to hire extra security because of that. And same thing with metal music. They don't. But it's just the same as going to a country show.
I agree.
It's just a different group of fans. Yeah. That I guess there would be some hooligans here and there, but that's what
You're gonna have that at
for.
any genre
That's
of
why
music,
you have
though.
security for these shows. You know, I'm sure you get some 15-year-old chick that Luke Bryan, you know, and just rushes the stage, and you know, there's
I've
gotta
seen
be.
them. They get pretty.
Do they do that
pretty-
for A to Z? I'm sure they do.
We've had some pretty crazy.
It's all for
People.
him, though, right?
Listen, Cougars love him. I'm throwing him under the
Cougars
bus
come to
right
your
now.
show?
Cougars
Uh-oh.
love Berg. Tell them.
No.
Tell them
do
how you
tell.
sold $300 worth of merchandise.
We have plenty of time.
And it's not because of OnlyFans.
What is
I ain't showing my butthole on the internet.
Are you on OnlyFans?
No,
He should though for Cougars.
no. All I do was put on.
You can't do that kind of stuff anymore.
All I do was put on a medium tank top we had and sold everything on our merch table one night, and had to
This
take some
one.
pictures. But you know,
What happened?
Go ahead, tell
I had to
again.
put on a medium tank top,
When was
and these older ladies all
it a
bought.
halter top?
No, it was just our gray tank top that we sold.
For
Yeah,
unisex then.
yeah,
Yeah.
unisex,
Got it.
but it was medium. You know, I'm not that small of a
And
guy.
you definitely don't wear a medium.
No, I definitely
So,
don't.
you were showing some.
You've shown
Yeah, yeah.
you've shown some muscles.
It worked. It
so
got
you
us
some
gas.
cougar attention.
It got us gas money to go home.
Hey,
I said to him.
hey,
"You
when
give
you're
me
low
that."
on funds.
That's right. I got him.
Jeff's
I used to work
Jeff's
there.
definitely laughing at that one.
He's getting his laughs.
Cougars love him. It's okay. Listen,
What,
we all
what,
have.
what does Jeff do?
What does Jeff do,
Let's
Squishy?
talk about Jeff.
What does Jeff do? That's a good. What does Jeff do?
I mean, is he like a publicity for bands and stuff? Or?
Jeff deals with all of our bullshit.
He's booking agent management. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to have him on the show then.
Oh, God.
I've always just had bands. You know?
Oh God, Jeff, you signed an
I wanna
NDA,
talk
so
to
you can't
who's
talk
behind
about
the
us.
band. Jeff, get a hold of me. Email me. My email's on the YouTube thing. I'd love to talk to him. That'd be great. Thank you guys for being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
back.
I still can't believe you're sitting in my living room. It's crazy.
Oh my God,
I
that's
can't
so
believe- I
funny.
can't believe you want to come back now. I'm kidding.
Yes,
No,
we do.
The show is definitely going great, and I'm having fun with it all the time. You know, it's fun.
Look at all you
And all
accomplished.
you had to do was switch chairs.
That is, I still
That's
had
so
that. I
cool.
had that marquee thing, this thing here, when you guys were on the last time when it said number 6
I love it.
or something to that effect. I think it had a cute name.
Your
on it,
home's
but-
beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
People don't get to see it, but it's beautiful.
No, I'm kidding.
It is. It's beautiful.
Thank
We're so happy to be here, and thank you for feeding us. We always get really
Well, I
excited.
haven't fed you yet, so don't thank me yet.
Okay, well,
I don't even know if it's gonna be any good. But
it probably will.
It'll depend on the ride home.
let me know about an hour. But thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, Thursday with 30 Seconds Go, and then the week after that with Last Rain. So another rain thing. And you still can't spell R-A-I-N. Just make it easier on everybody. The G sound.
But then
With the G
then
sound.
Rainey doesn't get her credit, and then I have to pay her royalties. And that's
Can
the
I
whole
play
thing.
Hate on the way out?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
That's an older song, but
do it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do it.
I mean, just be chills too.
Feel
Chills.
good.
Hey, thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you.
can't see me. I'll show myself, I guess.
And thanks to our chat moderator back there.
Thank you.
Yes. And Invisible Rob, I can't show him because he's invisible.
That's in his contract.
It's
Yeah, it's in his contract. He's not allowed to be
We
shown.
can't breach that thing.
No.
Well, here's Hate, and good luck on the tour.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Check in with us. Let's do a live thing on tour. Just check in
with you.
when I have somebody else
Yeah.
on and just be like,
Squishy, I'll
hold on, I got a call coming in. You know?
Yeah.
We'll make you talk.
Here's Hate, and we'll see you guys on Thursday.
The institution ready for opposition, going to war with flesh and bone. Legions, don't touch me, no one to save me. I'm unprotected from the swarm of unaffected. I won't back down, I won't give in. I am this way, I'm strong again. Hate, death or imitate. The sheep cry out, 'cause the isolation's painful. Hate, death or imitate. I'd rather be your victim than your perfect little angel. With praying pupils, whispers, bloodless and brutal, exposing the flaw.